Hi guys, I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to do something a little different than what I normally do with my channel. And this video is going to be all about on how my channel got its name, Poor Man's Supra. Now, I'm going to give you a little background before I tell you the story. So it's the year of 2014, just got my driver's license in July of 14, and I was working a part-time job but working full-time hours, making minimum wage, only 20 years old, and kind of had a little money set aside so I can buy a car. So October 28th, 2014 rolls around, and I had enough money to make a good down payment on a car at a buy here, pay here place. So that's all we did that day. Was we went to a couple of dealerships that were allowing a good set of down deposit for a car. So the third dealership we went to was right down the street from me, and so it wasn't very far. But we went there, and some of the cars he had I did not like. Me starting to become a car enthusiast, your car kind of fits your image, kind of fits your personality. So that's what I was kind of looking for, was something that fit me, my personality, and what looked nice. So as we were about to leave, because they had none of the cars that I liked, and then on the corner of my eye, I found this little red car. I talked to the dealership guy, and he's all like, he knew nothing about it. This little old lady sold it to him about a couple weeks ago. Before that day, they did a full service check on it. Everything was fine and good. And then so we went to go over there and look at it, and right on the front windshield it said 91 Toyota Supra. Now, not knowing what an older Supra looked like, I seriously thought it was a Supra. It had the Toyota badge on it and everything on it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. A Supra is a really good Japanese car to have. You got a little power, and had a 1JZ, twin turbo, and that's what I thought I was getting myself into, was an older Supra, which I was super excited. Texting my brothers at the same time, dude, I'm getting a Supra, and they're like, yeah, right, dude, you're lying, and they thought I was feeding them horse shit, So I signed the papers off, gave them $600 down for a down deposit. Now this car was only $1,500, and I thought that was the cheapest car I've ever seen a Supra go for. I've always seen, the MK5s, or no, the MK3s and MK4 Supras. So this didn't look nothing like what I was used to seeing for a Supra. So I was like, sweet, it's an old Supra. Drove this car home, called my car insurance company, gave them the VIN number, and it showed up as a 91 Toyota Celica. Now, being as my very first car and falling in love with it right away, I didn't care if it was a Supra or a Celica or whatever. I didn't care. It was a two-door car. It was like a little coupe, automatic, nothing too powerful, just a 1.6, and it looked good. I liked it and fell in love with it right away. So a couple months roll by. No, it was a couple weeks roll by, and took it to a car wash, cleaned it up real good, and I decided to go cruising on no street, which is the longest street in our city in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is, I believe, 63 miles long. So that reaches from one side of to our city to the other side of our city. So it's just one direct straight road, which is, I believe, is the longest road in the world, which is pretty cool. Well, Main Street, I should say, the longest main street in the world. But So here I am Friday night cruising, and all I hear is these super loud Hondas, and I was like, okay. So as they're driving by me, they slow down, and they're just yelling at me, dude, I love your Supra, I like your Supra, it's a sweet Supra, you know, what year is it? I was like, these kids look about 16, maybe 17 years old, have no idea what this car is, so I just kind of felt a little mean and kind of played with their minds a little bit, you know, and they believed that it was a Supra, you know, like I pretty much did. So here I am, you know, having a whole bunch of Honda kids, you know, dude, nice Supra, and sorry, there's some guys looking at my car, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on that. Sorry about that. But anyways, so they're like kind of harassing me, but not really harassing me, you know, just kind of more of an annoyance thing. You know, they're like revving up their cars and yelling at me, nice Supra, and telling me to rev it and trying to race them, and they're trying to race me and stuff like that. So I kind of bolted off, went to a residential area, and then kind of went home. Just kind of got tired of that annoyance. So then a couple weeks, I decided to go to Menards and buy some garden trimming, which that was what everybody was doing at the time. Was they didn't have enough money, so they bought garden trim and used it for a front lip. So I did that. It made my car look nicer, you know, looked good. And then bought a can of black Plasti Dip, and talking to one of my friends, he has a couple of SRT4s, and he hates the spoilers on them. So I decided I like the spoilers and just the way they look, and I bought it from him, painted it all nice and red, the same color as my car, and added the stripes on the fenders, black. You know, your Dodge stripes on the fenders. I did that, and right after I did that, took it to a car wash, and then went cruising. So as I'm cruising, I hear those exact same Honda guys, you know, driving past me, revving it up, and they're like, dude, where'd you get that Supra wing? I love that Supra spoiler, you know, and just Supra, and they were just so adamant on trying to race me, so they can beat me, just so they can say they won against a Supra, you know, 16, 17-year-old kids. So then, so I did a couple laps, and I ran into them again, and they're like, dude, let's hear that 2JZ or whatever, and I revved it up, and my exhaust started whistling, and they just like almost crapped their pants because they thought my car was turboed when it wasn't, and it kind of whistled at the right times at the high RPMs, and my car sounded like a turbo. You know, I was tricking people that had turbo cars. They thought my car was turboed, and it's just tricking everybody, and everybody thinks it was a Supra on top of that, and it's just, I was loving it, to be quite honest. And so I finally told my brothers, I was like, dude, everybody is thinking my car is a Supra when it really is a Celica. And so my brothers kind of made a small joke, and it still stuck to this day that I drive a poor man's Supra. So that's what kind of started my channel name. You know, I just thought it was funny. Everywhere I went to gas stations, grocery stores, you know, people were taking pictures of my car, posting on Facebook saying, oh, I found this old Supra, and tagged me in it, and I thought it was really funny. And then, so a couple years are going around, and I finally got tired of people thinking it's a Supra, you know, kind of that fame kind of wore out, you know. Once in a while I'll get a couple people think it's a Supra, but still just kind of got tired of correcting people on it's a Celica, not a Supra. So I decided to order a banner on eBay that said Celica and put them on my car. And then ever since then, I think everybody completely switched their minds on thinking it was the best looking car to this crappy looking car that people pretty much stayed away from. People didn't really talk to me just because I think they felt discouraged because they thought it was a Supra when it really is a Celica. So I think that's about it for today. That's the only story I have for you guys. But I want to say I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your guys' day to watch my videos. Say thank you to the 31 subscribers. It's awesome that seeing my channel slowly build and progress. And also happy Labor Day to everybody. Hope you guys also had Monday off today. So without further ado, we'll see you guys next time, and we'll see you guys in the next video.